What's up, everyone? I'm Rick Knight. Welcome back to another video here at The Bad Philosopher. Okay, so Amazon was going to build another a headquarters, a HQ2 or whatever they were calling it. It was like headquarters number 2 here in New York City. They were going to build in a Long Island City, Queens, right across from Manhattan. The deal has been broken. They were going to build a new headquarters. They were offering 25,000 jobs, and our congresswoman here, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who we never get enough of making fun of and laughing at because she's a super genius, she has ruined the deal. She has protested it. She caused enough trouble with people down there holding signs. Oh, stupid! You know, this is the usual suspect of morons coming through to block a good deal. She makes the claim that New York City and New York State was giving away $3 billion to Amazon. This is not correct. They were not giving Amazon $3 billion. It was $3 billion in tax rebates. The Amazon company was not going to pay they weren't going to receive $3 billion. They were going to keep $3 billion of the taxes. So, for an example, if they were paying $6 billion in taxes, they would have only paid $3 billion because they would have gotten to keep $3. And they would have added 25,000 jobs. They also would have, I believe that they were offering to donate towards schooling and towards parks and stuff like that and other programs. It was a win-win for us. We were getting a company that was coming in. All we had to do was let them keep $3 billion of the tax money. We would have been able to collect billions in taxes from them. Plus, we would have been able to collect taxes from the 25,000 employees that they would have hired. And that was 25,000 employees, I think, in mostly in particular types of jobs, not including maintenance men and stuff like that, security guards and other positions that would have been hired to work there in the building, plus the construction jobs to build the headquarters for them and the factory for them and all that stuff. You know, not to mention that those 25,000 people would use certain services like subways, buses, Ubers, taxis. They would have bought, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They would have to, pay other bills. I mean, it was a win-win for us. But, here comes socialist Ocasio-Cortez to break the deal. She annoyed Amazon to the point that they decided to skip town, and they said they're not going to build and they'll go someplace else. Our Governor Cuomo, Bozo, wasn't too happy with this. Mayor Bill de Blasio, another super genius, blames Amazon and not some of the people because he's one of these progressive weirdos just like she is. He didn't blame her for it. He blamed Amazon. He said like they got scared off of some silly statement that he made. They made a deal, then they backed out of the deal. Of course they backed out of the deal. They backed out of the deal because they were the victim of this progressive movement, this socialist communist movement that's been brewing on the left. So they didn't want any parts of it. The owner, Jeff Bezos, has become so wealthy due to capitalism. Do you really think he wants to partake in any socialism, political or philosophical systems? No way. Of course not. He's the richest man in the world for a reason because he's a capitalist. He doesn't want nothing to do with this nonsense. But here she comes, opening her big mouth and scared Amazon away. They realized it wasn't worth the trouble, so they'll just take their money and go elsewhere. And we got screwed out of it. And they were worried about what's going to happen with rent and stuff like that once Amazon builds there. It's going to be too expensive and people are not going to be able to afford to live there. And I feel for people. It's getting harder and harder to be able to afford a place to live here in the city, but by not allowing Amazon to come was not going to help. Not to mention we lost out big time on taxes that would have been collected from the company and from the workers of the company. We probably could have done something to fix housing costs, though, with the extra money. We probably could use the extra money to fix the falling apart subway systems that we have here. It was just a terrible idea. We're really not going to be able to stop the rent increase using that as as the reasoning for not allowing Amazon to come here is stupid. It was a really, really, really stupid idea. But here's a video of Cortez saying, we were going to give them $3 billion. Nobody was going to give them $3 billion. It was $3 billion in tax revenue that they were going to get to keep. It wasn't going to cost New York City any money for having them here, and we were going to collect money from them But she ruined the deal. So let's go to the video and I will show you what I'm talking about. Here is the super genius Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the 29-year-old former bartender turned congresswoman slash socialist, who is grossly unqualified for this position. Really, I'm ashamed of the New Yorkers who voted this dodo bird into office, and now we're all suffering for it. So here's what she has to say.
Subsidizing those jobs. So for the city was paying for those jobs. So frankly, if we were willing to give Amazon if we were willing to give away $3 billion for this deal, we could invest those $3 billion in our district ourselves if we wanted to. We could hire out more teachers. We can fix our subways. We can put a lot of people to work for that money if we wanted to. Additionally, those jobs, there was no guarantee that those jobs were for the New Yorkers that were here. We were looking at a deal that was not primarily putting the community first. And I think that we can absolutely come together to create an economic plan that actually invests in New Yorkers in higher wages and in a dignified life.
Well, there you have it. She thinks that they were giving away $3 billion to Amazon. They were not giving $3 billion to Amazon. They were going to allow Amazon to keep $3 billion in tax revenue. This is just, I don't know if she's intellectually dishonest or if she really is this stupid. She can pick which one she'd rather be. She might be a little bit of both. But either way, she is not good for New York. She is not a good deal, and she should not even have gotten this far. And how she has a career is beyond me. Here's the thing. Most congressmen, congresswomen, they don't get the amount of attention she gets. The reason why she gets this attention is because she is truly a parody of a congresswoman. She is satire all in herself. The media loves asking her questions because they get a lot of response from it. It's like the easiest clickbait you can ever get, right? Just ask her a question, film it, and that's it. And just watch how many clicks, how many likes and shares you get from her because she's such an idiot. So many memes are made out of this woman. So many jokes. There's so many YouTubers were making video after video about her. I mean, she really is a gold mine in terms of satire. She really is. She at this point, she's the satire queen. How she made it this far in her career is beyond me, and it really shows not only the IQ but the identity politics of people who voted for her. It's chart-topping stupid. Most of the things she says, from her Green New Deal, from wanting to give everything free, housing, government jobs, a basic income, Medicaid, education to everyone. She thinks in the next 10 years she can get rid of fossil fuel. We can't. She said the world is coming to an end in like 12 years. It's just on and on with the silliness that comes out of her mouth. And she's a congresswoman here in my state of New York. She represents parts of the Bronx and Queens. Man. And then she has the nerve to say that Republicans are afraid of her. And yeah, we are kind of afraid of you because we're afraid of the damage that you are going to cause. We're afraid that too many people will listen to what you have to say. I mean, Michael Moore, I saw him on, I believe it was MSNBC. Michael No More. Was once again he was just opening up his Whopper trap and letting food fall down and just spouting out a bunch of nonsense, and he thinks that we should change the Constitution and make it so that people at 30 years old can run for president, so she can run for president because he really thinks she'll be a good president, that we need her in office. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous, not only because she's a socialist. Michael No More is Please No More is a socialist, but they want to push more socialism and communism onto the general public, and they already infiltrated the Democratic Party. They are the progressives. It's very slippery slope, and we are now seeing the result of what happens when you slip down that slope. And here you have one of them in office as a congresswoman. So again, There is no $3 billion that was going to go to Amazon. New York was not giving Amazon $3 billion. They were going to not collect $3 billion in taxes as an incentive to get Amazon to build here and bring 25,000 jobs. Plus, they were going to also donate in some way for schools, for trainings, for parks, for stuff like that. And we would have 25,000 people working. I mean, this was a no-brainer. It was a win-win. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, you know, in politics. It really, really, really is completely stupid. So, all right, that's all I have. I just wanted to speak on that. Let me know what you guys think about this mental midget. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see. There'll be a link in the description. This is from the Daily Mail. I'm going to link it, and you'll be able to watch the whole video. It's a short video. It's like 1 minute and 14 seconds. You can watch it again if you want, whatever the case may be, and I will see you guys in the next video.